Hi everyone, welcome back to Live Darts. We're here at the SAP event in Frankfurt and we're joined by Wayne Mardle and Snakebite Peter Wright, World Cup winner.
Can we start again? No, come on, let's carry it. He does this all the time. Eggs. Don't forget me eggs next time. Oh, we've got hundreds. I only want 12.
So Wayne, little more than a few days on, the World Cup is all done and dusted. First of all, your overwhelming reflection, and was it the best World Cup we've seen?
I try not to keep saying this is the best ever, this is the best ever, but it was. It really was. I've mentioned them before with the Italians, the Canadians, Japan, Republic of Ireland. Wow. There's so many nations that played so well. And I think that it's the growth of the game, yes, but they're getting up there and doing it. And the Scots were just better. They were better. Like I put on Twitter, they were too good too often.
I'd like to point out as well that last time we spoke, you did tip up Scotland to win it.
Gary said to me earlier, Gary Anderson, he said, please tell me you backed us. I said, I didn't win quite as much as you, but I did all right.
Going into the tournament, I know that we all said that we fancied the Scots because there was frailties within the other top pairs all being new. But did you expect Gary to look as good as what he did, having so much time off?
In a nutshell, no. I expected Peter to do. I didn't expect him to average 110 in a singles match. I expected him to play well, and he did. I didn't expect Gary to look that comfortable. I expected him to play that well, but not look that comfortable, if that makes sense. I thought he was in control. OK, look, he lost to Steve Lennon in the final, but he still played well. There was no time when I felt anxious for him. And there's times in the past where you can feel that for a player. You know that they're going through turmoil. I didn't feel that with Gary. I thought he looked in control, and he's won another event.
Going into the final day, I know we spoke in the press room about this. Michael and Holland. Did Michael send out the wrong attitude or the wrong messages in the very first game against Canada, where it almost looked as if he overlooked them and never really got it together from overlooking them early on?
I think, yes. I think he took the game against Dawson Michelle as a certainty. He'd win. But at least he was honest with it after and said my attitude was wrong. If he'd have just said, it's one of those things, then maybe there's calls for, hold on, mate, you can't just do that. You can't just have 3 at a bullseye or 150 and have 3 at a bullseye. You can when it's singles, but not when you've got a partner. It's just a bit different. But Michael said his attitude was wrong. I don't think it was right throughout the whole event. It's easy to say after, so maybe if you'd have asked me during, I don't know. But he didn't play well. The main thing is that he didn't play well. Jermaine was okay without setting the board alight. He played well in the first round and then kind of reverted to type. No offence to Jermaine Wattimena, who's number 23 in the world. He played under pressure, in my opinion, the next few rounds. I think because Michael wasn't on song. It was a shame, but they didn't perform.
The England pair as well could probably count themselves slightly unlucky. Played really well in the first round. It was almost written in the darting god that they weren't going to beat Ireland. The way everything conspired through the game. Michael Smith with his 2 batting outs, and then Willie averaged 100, best part of 116. It was just one of those written in the stars games. It changed on the fallout of the bullseye. It did change. If the first bullseye goes in for Michael Smith off of the 102 and he hits a 32, he wins. It's different. Even if Willie does average 115, it still goes to the pairs. Who knows? England may have won it. We don't know that. We don't know. Scotland may have annihilated them in the final. They may not have got the final. May have lost the next round. But it would have been a different game and it would have been a different outcome. I actually felt that Willie had the game of his life against someone that was playing so well as well. So that was great for him, unlucky for Rob Cross. Steve Lennon, for me, he kind of took a captain's role after that. The way he played in the pairs against Austria, I think it was magnificent. He's looking more likely than ever right now. Matchplay on the horizon now as well. In terms of Gary playing so well, does this send out a massive reminder to the rest of the field that the second best player in the world is back and everyone watch out?
He won it last year. I spoke to him about retaining it. He said if I'm ready, and he still, I was chatting with him, he still thinks that he's doing something wrong in his action. And he explained it to me, and I as you know, it's my thing. I didn't see it. I didn't see it, and even after the chat, I had a look on YouTube, but I still don't see it. So maybe Gary is thinking that he's not 100%. And look how good he is when he's not 100%. Yes, it sends out a message. It sends out a message that he can have a break and still come back and be when he's smooth. When he's smooth, it's Van Gerwen at his best, and Rob Cross when he's getting his timing right. The three of them, to me, that they are the ones.
Will Michael Van Gerwen and Rob Cross?
Gary's being a buffoon.
Will the rest of them have taken notice of Gary from this as well? Gone, oh, hang on a minute, maybe we've got a buck of ideas up here.
Well, of course they have. If they haven't, then everyone in the match play field is silly. Look, we've said about Gary and Michael and Rob and so many others so often. When they play well, it's not often they get beat when they play at their best. Gary's one of those that if he repeats what he did last year and the timing of some of his efforts last year, bearing in mind with new darts, new flights and some new stems every now and again, he's got used to them now. The break that he had from the Premier League, has it done him the world of good? Put it this way, he looks $1 million.
Looking back at the first half of 2019 as well, what's been your standout moment, would you say, obviously, because you haven't missed anything, you watch everything, even if it's not a Sky event. What's been your standout?
Well, there's been a few. It's not always about the winners. It really hasn't. There's a few things that maybe not the standout moments, but it's clear when Gary and Michael are playing well that they are the ones to beat. But also, Rob Cross has been beaten in the final of the Premier League, been beaten in the final of the UK Open. OK, that was a dismal performance. That was a tired, beaten performance. We keep getting told that Rob doesn't win enough. No, maybe he's not at the moment, but he's still reaching the finals of big majors. But also, there are so many players that are so capable on the day. And I'll include Nathan Aspinall, Luke Humphries, and then those that are not winning, those that are not the latter stages of events all the time, which are Dimitri Vandenberg, Jeffrey Deswan. We know they are so capable. Willie O'Connor averaged 115. All right, it was only 4 or 5 legs. I think that the standout things for me is the fact that so many players are now becoming so capable. And that's it. That's it in a nutshell. I don't see anyone dominating. I really don't. And Michael Van Gerwen, yes, he wins more than anyone else, but dominating, no.
Wayne, it's an absolute pleasure speaking to you as always in this magnificent environment here in Frankfurt for SAP. Pleasure, mate. Thank you very much.
No, thank you, but I just feel like I need to apologise that I haven't got my dart shirt on. I basically left my clothes behind, so this is it. It's all right.
Pleasure, buddy, as always.